When you're just getting started in the filmmaking business, you might not want to make people think of anything far inferior that might be from 2016 and starring Naomi Watts. Shut In is the second feature film produced by The Daily Wire, and it is helmed by DJ Caruso, director of Disturbia. Rachel Qualley plays a former drug addict named Jessica, who is now having to raise her two little children after they had been in the care of her now deceased mother. Her ex-boyfriend, who is still a meth head, invades the home that she inherited from her mom and locks her in the pantry and boards the door. With him, as well as his pedophilic accomplice lurking about, Jessica has to guide her 4-year-old daughter to safety with only the sound of her voice while she tries to find a way out. This movie sat on the Hollywood blacklist for some years, until The Daily Wire saw its potential and picked it up for both production and distribution. And the screenplay prompted Vincent Gallo to come out of acting retirement after 9 years. So knowing the number of people outside of Hollywood who were drawn to it, I was interested in seeing what could be pulled off with it. And for director DJ Caruso, after a decade of trash heaps like I Am Number 4, The Disappointments Room, and XXX The Return of Xander Cage, Shut In is a return to form. It uses a simple setup and some basic character development, but its effectiveness can't be denied. As the protagonist is trapped in the pantry trying to communicate with her naive child, the movie does a great service by never cutting to outside of the pantry. As long as she's in there, that's where the audience's point of view is. We get a vexatious feeling of tension with this minimal understanding of what's going on the other side of the door. That and the setting of a single isolated house with no close neighbors to cry out to for help is one that in general really gets me in horror movies. Rachel Qualley is mostly pretty good. It can take you out of the moment a bit when a cry in pain comes out sounding almost more like a laugh. That does occur once or twice, but other than that, she plays the part well. The 4-year-old talks and acts exactly like a real 4-year-old, and Jake Horowitz and Vincent Gallo do great as these two really nasty crooks whom you really want to see the protagonists defeat. Now, this movie does have something of a Christian bent to it. In fact, at the beginning, when we see the daughter picking apples among both good and rotten ones, I kinda knew right away that there was going to be a good tree bears good fruit, bad tree bears bad fruit theme running through the film. However, save for the very last shot, which did spell out the message a bit when we had already gotten it, such themes are presented through imagery, such as her mother's crucifix on the wall, that even helped Jessica come up with ways of getting the better of the bad guys. So Shut In is far more than just a sermon on screen. It's Christian themes and imagery woven in with an experience worthy of bringing to the screen. In other words, The Daily Wire is already doing with their movies what PureFlix should have been doing since their conception. Though sometimes the way that Jessica manages to execute her plan of disarming the villains is rather contrived and slightly stretches the boundaries of believability. One particular instance had me thinking, I don't think he really would have fallen for that. Overall, Shut In is a short but effective little claustrophobic thriller that indicates a promising future in filmmaking for The Daily Wire. It's now streaming on their website, just maybe don't watch it in a small space alone. Scoring on the Factor Facts, I'm going to give Shut In a 67%. That's a wrap, thank you for watching, I hope you found this review helpful. Like and share, subscribe for more. This is Pop Culture, I'm Alex Pop.